Hello, I'm Victoria from Biblio Lifestyle, and you're listening to the Reader's Couch podcast, the show that will help you bridge the gap between living a full and busy life to one where you're reading, learning new things, and having fun. In today's episode, I'm so excited to talk about our fall 2023 going into winter 2024 podcast programming. I know I've said this before, but 2023 has really been an experimental year for the podcast. I've been trying lots of new things, I have some new plans, and I hope that you'll like them. So stay tuned. Hi readers, this is Victoria, and I have some news to share with you about my new plans for the podcast starting fall 2023 and going into the winter of 2024. As I mentioned before, and I've probably said a few times, 2023 has been an experimental year for the podcast. I've been trying some things, seeing what I like, also discovering what is more sustainable for the show. The year started with the first 4 months of the show, us doing a Throwback Thursdays segment where I shared interviews and conversations with authors that were recorded long before this current podcast was created. And then I ended up sharing some audio from the authors who shared their books at the inaugural Epigraph Literary Festival. Then, throughout the summer, I've been alternating between fiction and non-fiction episodes with some solo shows in between. So it's fair to say I've been trying a lot of new things, and I have some new plans again, hence why I'm doing this episode, and I hope you'll like them. So for the fall 2023 season and going into winter 24, I will be dropping 2 episodes a week. I know in the summer I was doing 3 episodes. Sometimes I never had the 3rd episode, so I would have 2, but consistently going forward, it's fair to say this is going to be a 2-episode show. On Mondays, you can expect author interviews that you've been used to so far. Not much is changing there, and I'll try my hardest, as always, to get a good mix of fiction and non-fiction books. And within the fiction and non-fiction books, I'll always try my hardest to get books from across genres and subgenres. And then on Wednesdays, I'll be doing solo episodes and having chats with fellow readers. So in my solo shows, you can expect reading tips, themed listicles, and lifestyle how-tos with some inspiration sprinkled in between. But I'll also be sharing more about my reading life in this space. And on occasion, I'll have a spoiler-free discussion about some of the books I've read or I've reread, because sometimes I'll revisit books, I'll have new thoughts, and then, I kind of want to share about it. So I think the podcast solo show will be a good place for that. And again, it will be spoiler-free. But most importantly, I want to invite fellow readers to come on the show and talk about the books they're reading. Or I just want you to come on and have a conversation on different genres or themes or different topics just surrounding books, the books we've read, the books we've loved, the books we're gifting, whatever it is. I'd love to have readers come on the show so we can talk about it. So if you're interested in coming on the show and sharing some book recommendations with us, or to just deep dive into a topic, genre, or theme that you're interested in, send me an email, hop in my DMs, and let's set something up. I'd really love to hear from you. I'm not just saying it, literally. Reach out to me, get in touch, and let's make this conversation happen. Now, of course, on those weeks when I don't have an author or a reader available, because you know what, sometimes it's really hard trying to plan, sometimes scheduling doesn't work, and while I'll be trying really hard to get those interviews, in the event I don't have one, I'll do a throwback episode because I have quite a few recordings in the archive that are prior to me starting this podcast. So when I'm short on an episode, I'll use those. So yeah, there you go. That's it. Those are the podcast's plans. We're going to be doing 2 episodes a week. Mondays are for author interviews or author chats, and Wednesdays are for solo episodes and having chats with fellow readers. So again, if you're interested in being on the show, get in touch with me. So readers, if you're looking for some new bookish content to explore, please make sure that you continue to tune into the podcast. I'm really excited about these new plans, but also share it with your friends, drop a link in the group chat, and of course, leave me a 5-star rating and review. But that's it. That's all for now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And I'm looking forward to talking with you again soon. Bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to the Reader's Couch podcast. Please subscribe to the show, share it with a friend, and take a few seconds to leave a rating and review. Until next time, stay lounging, stay reading, and whenever you're in doubt, go straight to your local bookstore or library. Thanks again for listening, and happy reading.